Hello everyone, Alien Volt here, and I am playing Lords of the Fallen. Now I haven't made a video on this game because it had a rocky launch. Now I pre-ordered this game, I was really excited to play it. I mean, graphically it looks awesome, I mean the gameplay looked really cool. So the initial release date was October 28th, 2014. And so I preloaded this, I had it ready to go, went to load in, and I experienced a number of crashes. Game kept crashing on me, so I got frustrated and I put it away. And haven't really touched it much since then. Now when you first start up the game, you have to pick a magic type here. You'll see me kind of floating through these and checking them out. And I ended up going with Brawling over Deception and Solace just because I felt that it fit my playstyle a little bit more. And likewise, you have some basic armor selections here, how you want to play. Now this setup right here actually gives you kind of a medium armor rating with a pretty good amount of damage for your two-handed weapon, and you still get a shield. Here you play more like a rogue. You're going to notice that you're not as heavy. You can move faster. You're probably going to strike a lot more. But I ended up picking this one because it was right in between being a basic tank and your full-on DPS. Alright, I think we're ready to go here. This intro is amazing.
Fallen God, creator and destroyer of worlds, hear my vow. Hear my vow. My vow of defiance.
That was a big hand.
The monastery's ahead. I wonder if it is still safe. Either way, our quest for Antanas nears a conclusion. I hope he's worth all the men we've lost on our way here.
We made it. Let's get to work. It's quiet. Too quiet. Even for a monastery. Hold on.
I think he likes me. Now, one thing you'll notice about this combat is it's actually pretty slow. And even with the video footage increased 20%, it's still pretty slow. This is not the action game that I thought it would be. This is actually a lot more like Dark Souls. And it's very punishing. I mean, it hurts sometimes. But it's also rewarding when you actually complete something. Now, this game, one thing that really stands out here that is almost just infuriating at times is that you can't actually cancel your movement. Once you swing, you're committed. You hit a button to you know, start a move, you're committed to see that through. Which means that if a mob you're fighting actually swings or has a counter swing in place, you're getting hit. You're taking the damage. There's no way to cancel your swing and block to protect yourself. You're just done.
It's locked.
You're still losing blood, Caslow. The Rogar got you good.
I didn't let you out of prison to worry about me.
You're no use to me if you bleed to death.
I will try to spare you the inconvenience of my death.
There must be some way to open this door.
A switch, perhaps? Or a key?
Alright, so we gotta go find a key now. Now, the graphics of this game I really, really like. You know, that's one of the things that caught my eye about this game was just the art style and the graphics right from the beginning. It looks really good. Oh, there's something here.
These things keep coming. We fight back, but there are too many of them. It is sickening to see them move. Their limbs twist and turn in ways they're not supposed to. And their smell. It's like fire and death creeping up your nose. One of the creatures we were fighting spat on us. The saliva hit my eye. It burned, and it burns deeper into me.
So apparently the squirrels I find tell a little bit of the story of what happened here. I don't know how many actual collectibles there'll be in this game, if very many at all. Oh, this guy is ugly. And he's biting me. Nice. No way to block and stop that, apparently. He dies pretty quick, though. No way to smash that or open it. Now, I don't know how far I'm going to get into this and decide, you know, maybe I want to change things up a bit and go with a different class makeup. I'm really hoping I'll stick to this one and I'll like it, but it really depends upon how difficult and challenging it becomes compared to other specs. If it suits my game style really well, then I'll go ahead and I'll stick to this. Which is why I set it up initially. I thought that it would really fit me real well, but that may not be the case.
Dear Father, the fires on the horizon, they are spreading.
Now he
towards
tends
our
to
village.
swing really
I beg
well
you,
if I
be
put up
careful.
my shield. If I have my shield on, then he swings with a
I can
one-handed swing and it's a little slower.
In the monastery. Whatever happens,
You see how I'm swinging as I'm turned around? If you're not faced them completely,
be safe.
then you end up swinging in the direction you're faced and you miss them. What's this? Looks like the smaller ones I'm finding, but it's just a larger one. I can't click on it or anything yet, though. Got a good block there. Oh, he got me. At least these ones aren't doing very much damage.
It is in me, and it is changing me, my skull. The bones are moving, growing. It does not feel like poison in my veins, more like liquid darkness. We have seen with others what happens next. Eyesight goes first, then follows sanity. Brother William, Brother Peter and I won't let the disease take us. We will choose death before it chooses us.
I'm not sure where this key is going to be. That's why I kind of ran back to the beginning to break open some of these boxes and see if it's actually hidden in something. But so far, it doesn't really look like it's in there. I may end up having to kill a mob for it. I'm not sure. Oh, there's two down here. That might be pretty nasty. And I got hit there again, same thing. Wasn't completely facing him, swung and missed him. Now there is a key binding to actually lock onto the target, so that way you face them and then you'll hit them with each swing that, or rather attack that you actually initiate. But the problem with that is that you actually always face them, so when you're trying to dodge and roll out of the way, you're constantly facing them, and it makes it a little bit harder. Oh, there's a hidden door here. Maybe this will be my key. How do I get under? Maybe there's a roll? Let's see. Spacebar does everything, so there we are. Nice. I guess it's not in here. I wonder if I've missed any other rooms like that. That one actually wasn't too easy to see. Basic attacks work really well on these smaller mobs. Wild swing, because I wasn't facing in the right direction. Uh-oh. This guy was laying and waiting for me. Easy enough. Alright, got the key. And there is no going under there. Now there is more space in here that I haven't actually went through. Like there's that big guy up on top, and they're pretty hard to kill. Even for a regular trash mob, they're pretty deadly. You really got to be careful. You've got to have the open space to be able to get out from underneath them and be able to attack them without getting hit. Now, one of the things about this game that I haven't really explained yet is that every time you kill something, obviously you get experience that then works towards your talent points that you put into your skills and your abilities. But if you die, you lose it all.
I found a key. What are you waiting for? Open the door. could use some help. Here, this might be useful.
And when you respawn, you spawn back at a point, and then you have to fight your way and re-clear all the mobs you've killed to try to regain your experience points where you died. And if you don't make it back within 2 minutes, you lose them. At least anything you haven't used. Alright, this must be our first boss fight here. Alright, well, as I'm running away from this guy, there's a reason for that. Because after I've died several times during this, trying to get this fight done, there's actually a strategy that I found that works, is you have to wait for him to commit to that swing. Otherwise, anytime you try to swing on any other move, he tends to end up hitting you again. So right there where he swings on the ground, you can get close enough at that point, it's your one opportunity to move in for one hit and one hit only. You try to stay for anything more than one hit, at least with a two-handed weapon like this, you're going to take damage. And even then, like right now, he still got me, but he didn't do very much. Now you get hit with one of the big moves, he'll take half of your life at one hit. So it's very punishing if you try to actually go toe-to-toe, and your blocking doesn't work very well. So the strategy that I found after, like I said, several deaths of this, is just to move in for a safe attack and then move away and stay away from him. But each time you get one of these marks of his life, you'll see they're divided up here basically into 4 quarters at this point. Every quarter that he drops in health, he actually drops a piece of armor. And he becomes, well, you would think he would become weaker, but he ends up moving a little faster, and I believe your hits should theoretically do more damage. I don't know if they actually compute that way in the game, but I would imagine they do, because that's the whole point of dropping the armor. Now the fight will pretty much be the same strategy through the first 3 quarters of his health, and then the last quarter he's going to actually get a new move. And although the strategy will be the same, to hit him as soon as he gets the sword stuck in the ground from that strike, and then get away from him, you have to really run pretty far away, because he starts spinning his sword around almost like in a whirlwind ability, and although I haven't been hit with it, it looks like it'd do quite a bit of damage. You'll notice also that I don't have the target locked on to him, because I just found that when I locked the target on, it was just keeping me too close to him, and I kept getting hit. So I've just chosen not to really use that feature in the game so far. There may be some fights later on in the game that it really comes in handy, but right now I've just chosen not to use it, because it just seems to me to be much easier to avoid his attacks if I'm not facing him. But it can also cause you to miss attacks too, which can really lengthen the fight, as well as take a greater risk of dying. Ah, he nailed me again. Those hits don't do too much damage, but that one does. I really don't want to mess up. This game is definitely painful. You can die really quick, and all it takes is a couple of mistakes. And here's this other move I was talking about. Now this is the last phase, so every time that you actually get close and you hit him, he's going to do that spinning move, almost like a whirlwind. But it definitely looks really cool. I don't know what the range is on it. I just keep trying to run away from him and not get hit by it. Like any of his moves, you really don't want to get hit at all. But he's lost all of his armor. That'd be awesome if I gained that ability. Alright, hopefully this is it. Oh man, so close. I don't think he's actually taking any more damage now that he's lost his armor. It seems like it's taken just as many hits to take him down. So, there went that theory. Oh man, it's a hair. He's got a hair of life left. Now if that would be me, and that's all the life I had left, I'd be dead. Alright, he's done. Here it is. Nice. And after more deaths than I care to admit, this feels good to actually get this guy down finally. This game is going to be pretty challenging. All these bosses are going to take quite a few deaths and attempts to try to learn a strategy to beat them. And then once you get a strategy down and formulated, you're going to have to be able to execute it. That's going to be hard.
One of those lords Kazlo keeps talking about.
Alright. Here's our rewards for actually beating him. Now this big crystal here is the crystal you actually use to implement your talent points. I'm going to end this video here. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.